All right, guys, so I'm making a new base for the cone motor, and I'm going to make it so that one piece rabbits over the other. So I have to cut out half the distance of this board on both pieces, and they fit like, like a Lego piece. And I'm using a router, and it's working out great. But I'm sure some of the woodworkers out there are probably looking at this going, ha ha ha. And the reason they'd be laughing is I only took half the distance on the first pass, trying to be clever, thinking, I don't want to stress the router out. I don't want to burn the wood. I don't want to overextend the first cut. Without realizing it, when I did that, I forgot that I'm going to lose the stand. So in doing half of it, it was no big deal because I always had at least half the router on there and it wouldn't tip like this. But now that I've done a 1/4 inch of it, I got to do the rest, and you can see the problem. I can only go out so far before I lose the support. Now, the smart idea would be just put a piece of wood underneath there. The problem is that I don't have a piece of wood the exact thickness I need. I need it to be 6.5 millimeters. What I do have, though, is a 3D printer, and I can 3D print a jig. Hold tight. Which is exactly what I'm doing on my FL Sun. God, thank God for 3D printers. So this is going to have tabs around the outside edge so that the router can sit in there. So I'll always have half the router supported, which is all I really need. I haven't done woodworking in a while. I have all the tools and everything, but it's been a while. And that was a terrible mistake. I should have taken the full depth of cut first time around. I've got another board I'm going to do for the other side, and that will work for that. But thank God for 3D printers. Yeah, so that should work perfectly. I'd be able to do the rest of this, and then when I do the other board down there, I'll just do full depth of cut, which means I'll always have half of the router suspended. I was going to do it with a circular saw and just cut strips and then chisel it out, but I thought, wait a minute, I've got a router. Let me do it like that. I could have done it with a table saw too, but my table saw is completely covered with junk, and I didn't feel like moving stuff that would have taken me half the day just to get to it. So, like I said, I'm building a new stand for the cone motor. In case you guys forgot what that is, hold tight. This guy right here, cone motor. I need a new stand because I need to attack this motor, or whatever you want to call it, in a new configuration. I've got longer stainless steel rods, so I want to use both. I want to use the long rods on both of them, and I need the stand to be much bigger, and I don't need it to be square. I just need it to be big enough to hold both of the mounts. So stay tuned for all that.